No way! Come on! This ain't right! No! Bitter end! Juice Robinson! Jumping! Andrade now! Robinson's message sent! Loud and clear! No, 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 no! No! Right through the barricade! And he has the steps in his hands now. And into the face of Lethal they go! He doesn't care! He has snapped! Coren has snapped! Clock strikes 12! You sick, twisted bastard! Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is NXT. It is the final show before a weekend of action comes your way. First NXT TakeOver Respect this Saturday and then Survivor Series this Sunday. But Respect in its own right is something that we will not be having between the participants of the main event. You saw it last week in that little summary but there, and you're gonna see it again, I believe, here tonight. Once again, we will seek out the same main event as before. Tyler Bate to go one-on-one against Tomohiro Ishii. Will it happen this week, though? Maybe, probably not. Let's be real, though. We are ready for whatever comes our way here on NXT. It is going to be an action-packed night, and I also think it's going to be a pretty quick night as well to try and avoid any conflict between Tyler Bate and Coren again here just before their Hell in a Cell match at NXT TakeOver Respect. That is all to come this evening. That main event is to come this evening. There's plenty of action as well to come this evening. But to start things off, we're going to be hearing once again from the Commissioner, the Sheriff. My apologies, the Sheriff of NXT, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And here he comes towards the ring for the second week in a row. Last week it was it last week? Or was it the week? No, it was 2 weeks ago, sorry, we last year from Steve Austin, wasn't it? 2 weeks ago was some big announcements, especially regarding the Hell in a Cell match that we will see between Tyler Bate and Coren. Everything is on the line in that match. Coren wins, NXT becomes his playground. Coren loses, he is gone from NXT. Stone Cold Steve Austin is ready to deliver something big, though. You know it's going to be a big message, there's no doubt about it. And I cannot wait to hear what it is this close to NXT TakeOver. The animosity is building with every day that is going by now, and you kind of get the feeling that, this weekend's going to be a big one. Every bit of this weekend is going to be a big one. TakeOver itself is going to be a big one, and that's what we're going to spend most of tonight focusing and talking on. Of course, if you want to know what happened regarding Survivor Series, you have the other 3 shows this week. TakeOver, though, is of course going to be the main focus for tonight, and Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to make that his main focus as well, as he takes the microphone and gets ready to open up this evening. Stone Cold saying that as he welcomes us all to NXT, it is a somber note for NXT because it could be the final one where they are free of the rule of that prick, is the only word the Stone Cold has for him. It could be the last NXT that isn't the playground of Coren. And after everything that has gone on these last few weeks on this brand, there is one thing that makes Steve Austin, and it is sick. Sick to his very stomach. He knows that Hell in a Cell match is coming around, and he knows Coren will get just his in the main event. He knows Tyler Bate is going to give it his all, and he begs, he hopes that his all will be enough. There is plenty more to talk about. There is plenty more to discuss how TakeOver Respect is going to be such a great night. But all Stone Cold can think about every day and every night when he wakes up and before he goes to bed is the reality that in a few short days, NXT could belong to Coren. But it is this that has drove Steve Austin to do this. He is not afraid to do this. This man may have retired him, but he has no action right now. He needs to hear from the son of a bitch himself. Steve Austin is going to call Coren out to the ring right here to kick things off on NXT. If you want to kickstart something with someone, then why not try against Steve Austin? He has no problem going toe-to-toe with him again. Stone Cold calling out Coren, and you knew. You knew he wasn't waiting. You knew he was going to respond instantly, and that is exactly what is being done here. Here comes the man who in a few days could run NXT, and he seems very, very happy to be here, pacing his way towards the ring and into the face of Stone Cold. It is Coren who has had the upper hand on Tyler Bate every week heading into NXT TakeOver Respect, and it's because he's jumping in from behind, be it backstage, be it in the ring, be it on the stage itself. Coren has always had the upfront on him, and look at this now, getting in his face, saying, what are you going to do about it, Stone Cold? I retired you, and this weekend, I retire Tyler Bate. I retire NXT. You deserve no such explanation. But you know what? You can have one in a different manner. Allow Coren to explain and to show what he means as well. Wait, no! No! No, no! No! You are kidding me! Stop this! Stop this right now, Coren! You have got to be kidding me! Double underhook brainbuster! What are you doing, you sick, twisted bastard? Oh my goodness, no. No! He has a table in the ring now! This can't be happening. This cannot be happening. Someone please stop this right now. Coren has lost it. He has lost it before NXT TakeOver respect. And Stone Cold, a retired man, is the one taking it all. This isn't... No. No, no, no. Through the table they go. Stone Cold put through a table by Coren. This man has lost the entire plot ahead of respect. He has no respect for anything, anyone, not even himself. Please, someone help Stone Cold now. A sick, vile, horrific way to start things off here in NXT. I don't really have much to say right now. That completely took me. No, I don't even want to say that took me off guard, because it didn't. That completely has taken me back, though. I mean, there's no need for that. There never is a need for that, and it's happened here tonight. It's sickening. It really is. There's only one way this can come to an end, and that is this Sunday. That is with a Tyler Bate victory, with this all put to bed. Coren gone from NXT, please. That is all I want. I think that's all everyone wants at this point, is just him gone. Let it happen. Nevertheless, there was, as the match was starting up here, someone came at ringside and quickly assisted Stone Cold out of the ring. I assume he's going to be getting help backstage for the rest of the show. Hopefully we'll have an update on his condition by TakeOver Respect. If not, we'll have one the NXT after. Anyway, we have to move on here. It's a hectic night of NXT action, so let's kickstart it off here. Dillinger going to go one-on-one with SAnitY's Punishment Martinez ahead of the tag team title match this weekend at TakeOver Respect. SAnitY, of course, will be defending those tag team titles against Perfect. It'll be Eric Young and Killian Dane defending those titles. Punishment Martinez, however, going to be used here tonight to soften them up ahead of that event. Punishment Martinez became the newest member of SAnitY a few weeks back, replacing Sawyer Fulton, and has already made an immediate impact since taking that role, and we'll look to do another one here tonight by taking on the Perfect 10 and softening him up ahead of that matchup for the NXT Tag Team title. SAnitY have now kind of started controlling this division a little bit more in their second reign. Run over the last 4-ish months, I believe now. Finally got their hands on the tag team titles, and they have not wanted to let them go yet. There's no doubt about that one. Nevertheless, here is Eric Young leading the charge, leading SAnitY as he will towards the ring this weekend at TakeOver. Punishment Martinez, of course, no doubt going to be at ringside, but the question is, will he be at ringside having sustained a victory over one Ty Dillinger? Is Dillinger going to be a factor here tonight the same way he was in last week's tag match when the duo Toni and Noam Dar were defeated through a very, very prevalent showing from Ty Dillinger? He put it all out on the line there, really did, Dillinger, and he really showed what he's capable of to everyone, and I was ultimately incredibly impressed by his performance in that match, more so than I was anyone else's, especially his tag team partner in EC3. Nevertheless, here we go. We're ready to get going in this one. Dillinger, you can see, taking a deep breath on the outside. He knows what he's getting himself into. Look at that huge man that is Punishment Martinez, and now Dillinger stands across from him. And this matchup can begin. And oh my goodness, what a big boot from the get-go there from Punishment Martinez. This is not looking good for him already. Dillinger in trouble, getting clobbered away by Martinez in these early stages. Match has barely commenced here, and Martinez is already trying to send a huge message to the duo of Perfect. Great lariat there by Dillinger, trying to get a early cover there, but nothing happening. Dillinger, if he keeps him down, maybe he's in good stead against Punishment Martinez. You keep this man on the ground, and yeah, he could be in trouble, because think about it, you keep a big man down, you know, if he's not a Brock Lesnar or anyone like that who's well versed in wrestling, in mat wrestling, and he's just a guy who's a powerhouse on his feet, if you can keep him down, you're in good stead. But so long as he's on his feet, he's a danger. He is an incredible danger to be with as well, and Dillinger is finding that out to its fullest extent. Here we go now into the turnbuckle, but able to counter his way out of it. Great work there. Dillinger now going to go after the legs again of Punishment Martinez here. Single leg Boston Crab applied. Martinez nowhere near any ropes, but SAnitY not getting involved, just watching on at ringside. That is why, because they have faith in their man to power out of the move. No problem at all, and he has done just that. In the turnbuckle now is Tye Dillinger trying to block these strikes, but there's nothing he's doing there. Running knee, though, counters his way out of it and runs straight into some more strikes right to the face. Great counter from Dillinger. I'll say one thing, he's getting in a lot of counters as Tye Dillinger, but he's not exactly doing much regarding getting, I guess, what's the best way of saying it? He's not doing much regarding getting further offense from it. Punishment Martinez is controlling this in his own way, and Tye Dillinger is fully receiving the receipt for that. Went for the big boot there, missed on it. Drop kick there from Dillinger. Big man goes down. Tye Dillinger knocks Punishment Martinez down off his feet again, and this could be his opening for himself here. The thing is that Dillinger wants to pick up a win. That is pivotal ahead of this weekend. But at the same breath, he does not want to wear himself out in this matchup trying to beat Punishment Martinez. Martinez isn't in that match. Eric Young and Killian Dane are. Sweep of the leg there by Punishment Martinez brings Tye Dillinger back off his feet. Oh God, headbutt there. Headbutt by Punishment Martinez, and I think I know what that's going to lead into. If you ask me, I think it's leading into the end of this match. Tye Dillinger, there is a new location for you to go, and it is called South of Heaven. The choke slam connected to its fullest extent. Dillinger down and out. Cover here. EC3 can only watch on as Punishment Martinez defeats Tye Dillinger. SAnitY with their needed victory, heading into TakeOver Respect. Punishment Martinez doing exactly what was called upon him. EC3 now cannot get in the ring, being blocked off by SAnitY right now. They're not attacking him, but Punishment Martinez is attacking Dillinger, softening him up even more. SAniTY's course of action here has gone through to its fullest extent. Dillinger hurt further. EC3 can't get his hands on to save his partner. And SAnitY have achieved in what they wanted ahead of Respect. Well, a little surprised that SAnitY did everything in their power to cause some problems heading into TakeOver, as they always seem and want to do. We have moved on here now to our next contest this evening, though, on NXT, and yep, this man's in action again. The Machine, Brian Cage, is here once again. This is going to go incredibly well for his opponent. Yeah, it's another local competitor. Yeah, this kid will do anything for $50, I guess. God, are we in like a bad state of wrestling if we've got people willing to take $50 to get the absolute tosh knocked out of them by Brian Cage? Maybe so, but this part has almost given me a moment to reflect on what we've seen so far tonight. I mean, think about it. It's been insane. Yeah, that SAnitY bit was, you know, typical SAnitY almost, but Stone Cold Steve Austin put through a table by Coren just days before Coren either runs this place or is run out of this place. Oh, it just... everything about this right now just has me almost worried that something is going to happen that we don't want to happen. And that is a scary, scary thought, I have to say. But what we have to look forward to, maybe, is this Sunday. No, not this Sunday. Is this weekend. Tyler Bate conquering Coren inside Hell in a Cell and sending him on his way. Oh my goodness, what an attempted leap there, man. Oh, Brian Cage knocked off his feet early on in this one. That could go a different way. There could be a chance for the kid in this matchup, maybe. Probably not. Nevertheless, yeah, there is plenty that, you know, there is plenty that you almost want to talk about, but is there a time and a place to talk about it as well? Maybe so. It just, everything just feels like it was extreme already. There was so much animosity, and it's just been taken a step further. Even from tonight. Even tonight has assisted in sending things even more far gone. Question is, how far gone will it be when they actually collide inside that ring this weekend? When the cell lowers around them in Houston. Then, what do we say? Then, what happens? Then, who wins? The answers are oh so close to being found out. What a splash, though, by Brian Cage. As we focus back in the ring, this guy has been an absolute, well, yeah, his name says it. He's been an absolute machine since his arrival. He has been tormenting absolutely everyone in the ring, whoever he's gone up against, and a lot of them have found out that they don't have a career by the time the match is done. Big Show, Big Cass, gone. Xavier Woods, injured because of Brian Cage. It's just been a real list of names just who have fallen to Brian Cage in the weeks since his debut. And you start to beg the question of what is going to happen as time goes on. Where will the machine wind up going? What will he wind up doing? And do we actually even want to know the answer to that question? Oh, what a move there. Pump handle, Death Valley, driver, and oh, good counter there. Opportunity winding itself up here for this kid. He's trying to do everything to get a name, to get something for himself, I guess, in this matchup. But the question is that still such a wise decision? Dropkick in the back. Cage goes down, and he's right back up to his feet. Counter there by Cage as well. Oh, looked like he was looking for the drill claw. Got countered. Got his leg swept away from him there. Did the local talent. Able to counter his way out a little bit there. Only to get his leg kicked out of his leg. And, oh my God. What the hell is this? With a pump handle indeed. Pump handle facebuster. How do you do something like that? Well, Brian Cage knows the answer to it. And Brian Cage also knows this match is over. Here we go. A receipt that many have seen before. And many will be feeling in the months to come. Weapon X. Cover made. 1, 2, 3. Another win for Brian Cage. And that may have been the first time in quite a while that he had to sweat for it as well. Cage is your winner here. The undefeated streak keeps on rolling. And I know we haven't come out of it yet, but I have to say, after TakeOver, is there something big for this man on its way? Is there a prolific future for Brian Cage on NXT? Could very well be the case, and we could very well be finding it out very, very soon. We'll see about that though, but it's time to move on to our next contest of the evening. Trifecta in action again. It's going to be Trifecta's Santana Garrett going one-on-one against the number one contender to the NXT Women's Championship, Toni Storm. Alright, well, this is a great opportunity for, as we just saw a few matches ago, this is a great opportunity for that woman on the left to have her opponent softened up ahead of TakeOver. And it is that woman in the middle who is going to be tasked with doing that job in her fucking big head. Nevertheless, Trifecta head towards the ring. There was good stuff for them last week. Jazzy Gabert got the win over Charlotte. And now here tonight, though, this one is important heading into TakeOver, as Tessa Blanchard needs to see Toni Storm defeated by Garrett, or else TakeOver Respect might not go the way that they want it to. We shall see about that, though, but Garrett is ready for this one. Garrett and Blanchard at ringside as well, out in full. Storm out at 100%. You know, everyone is here for Trifecta, and that may be a disadvantage for this woman right now. This could be an advantage for Toni Storm. Whether she sees it as such or not, we are about to find out. Either way, you better believe that Storm is going to want to fight in this one, as she most absolutely will as well. Toni Storm heading towards the ring for this. Became the number one contender in a thrilling triple threat match involving herself, Io Shirai, and Shayna Baszler 2 weeks ago. It was a very hard-fought contest, but she got the win in it at the end, and that was what mattered most. Will she do the same again here tonight and this weekend at TakeOver to become the new NXT Women's Champion? We are about to find out. Either way, Toni Storm versus Tessa Blanchard is going to be a match that you do not want to miss. There is no doubt about that one. Storm ready for this, as is Santana Garrett, I would reckon. Tessa Blanchard going to have to be willing her on for this one, telling her how much is at stake and telling her how badly she needs this victory. And you can see already as Toni Storm has come out on the vicious side of things in the early goings of this matchup that Tessa Blanchard is not happy with what she is seeing at all. She crossed her hands right away as if to say, oh, this is what I'm going to have to go through. Good counter there by Santana Garrett. Misses with the double axe handle. Walks right into that uppercut. And, well, Trifecta again more and more frustrated in the early stages here. But it's early goings. And that's the way I have to look at it. Great double foot stomp there by Santana Garrett, though. Misses with the kick in the back. And that's going to be Toni Storm's opening for a dragon suplex there. Connected with very nicely indeed. But only a 1 count can be sustained after it. Storm, though, has the Cien. Oh, my goodness. What a snapback suplex that was, but again, Garrett able to kick out almost right away. Good counter by Santana Garrett there. And like I said, this is exactly like with Punishment Martinez against Dillinger. It is Santana Garrett's job to soften up Toni Storm, maybe even have her defeated here tonight, in order for the match, because, there's only a few days rest before TakeOver as well, so it's pivotal that when that match does roll around, the Toni Storm doesn't have as much time to recover as she'd want, and she's not at 100%, and she has lost here tonight. All of those would be great results for Trifecta. One thing is for certain is that Toni Storm is fired up and ready to go here regardless of it. Went for a running drop kick, missed it, double axe handle, and drop toe hold into the ropes there though. Standing in front of her Trifecta mates, looking jazzy, Garrett in the face as a drop kick comes in from behind from Toni Storm. Interesting that Garrett didn't even try to help her partner out there, and instead Toni Storm is in deep trouble, because there was one hell of a snap German suplex, and here comes Strong Zero. Cover after it. Is it over already? No. Kick at it too by Garrett, and that is not going to have a happy Toni Storm. Super kick in the gut though by Storm. And Storm perhaps realizing that she doesn't have to spend plenty of time in this match. She needs to put it away maybe as quickly as possible. Roll up on Garrett, and she got her with it. The roll up worked. Storm won. Job done there, heading into TakeOver. What do you make of that, Tessa Blanchard? That could be you this weekend. Toni Storm, your winner, much to the chagrin of Trifecta and much to the chagrin of one. Blanchard hit in the ring. She's going to try and get the jump on Storm, and it's backfired. Storm ducking under there and unloading away. Up and over the top rope goes the NXT Women's Champion. The attack from behind didn't work tonight. How will the attack face-to-face work this weekend? Well, it's nice to see something fail here tonight, and that backfired on Tessa Blanchard there. Big time. Toni Storm having the absolute last say heading into this weekend's NXT TakeOver Respect. And she could be heading out as the new NXT Women's Champion. Speaking of, here comes a man who looks to head out as the new NXT Global Champion. Lio Rush involved in this tag match here, going to be teaming up with Juice Robinson to take on the duo of Andrade, Cien, Almas, and Pete Dunne, the NXT Global Champion. Of course, the man who Lio Rush will be facing this weekend. They haven't had many physical altercations together, but there is already a story between them because Lio Rush has come close to winning that NXT Global Championship, only to watch Pete Dunne retain the title when Lio Rush wasn't even involved in the final decision. A multi-man match it was. Dunne retained the title on that evening, and Rush, I think he was out the ring when the count was made. Last week, though, when Lio Rush was going one-on-one against Andrade, Cien, Almas, out came Pete Dunne, and the bitter end struck, and down went Lio Rush, giving a victory to Andrade on that evening. But it was this man who had the last say in it all. Juice Robinson running out after the win and laying out as well. That man, the man he faces a takeover in El Idolo with the Pulp Friction, getting the last laugh essentially heading into NXT TakeOver Respect. But now, here tonight, they square off in this tag team matchup. Everyone going to get a preview ahead of this evening, that's for certain. It's going to be very interesting indeed. 4 incredibly talented athletes squaring off in this ring. It's going to be a thrill to witness it. I have been told that Andrade was told, has once again told Zelina Vega to stay backstage. No reasoning for it. For this time, Andrade just wants to actually win this match by himself and almost try and rub in the fact to Juice that he can beat him without even his manager at ringside. I've also been told that Zelina Vega is perhaps working things out for her client heading out of NXT TakeOver Respect, depending on how things go. So that may be another reason why she's not at ringside right now. Whatever the situation is, Andrade is certainly ready for this in-ring action here tonight, and I am ready to see Andrade in action as well. They square off this Sunday, both men undefeated, yet to be pinned, yet to even have a loss on their name. But it's not about the undefeated streak of Juice Robinson to Andrade Cien Almas. It is about the fact that people think that Juice and Andrade are in the same class, the same league as one another. Andrade is offended by that. He hates that that is the case. He hates everything about that being the case, and he wants to make sure that this weekend that is put to bed. The Juice is not on the level of El Idolo. Is that going to happen? Maybe. Juice even himself has said he doesn't know if he can prevent that victory. Juice recognizes in his eyes that Andrade is better than him, and Juice is almost lucky to have this this title, this undefeated streak going for him. He has said to him, he has been put in this case now. He has been put in this corner, and you better believe he is going to fight for it as well. Juice is never one to give in, and he's going to show that at TakeOver Respect. Now we await the arrival of one man, and here he comes, the NXT Global Champion, heading out. It is the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. Has held that championship now for 7 months. The longest reigning champion on NXT. Currently, victory this weekend over Lio Rush will lead him into 8 months as NXT Global Champion. And he will be embarking on about Coren territory then, who held the title, if I remember rightly, for close to 9 months as NXT Champion. If Pete Dunne can stop that, then if Pete Dunne can conquer that, there's no doubt that Dunne has shown what he is capable of here. He is ready though for this matchup here tonight, and you better believe why. I think everyone is ready for this. They all want to get their hands on their takeover opponent. They all want to kind of have a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? They all kind of want to get one over on them ahead of this weekend. They all want to get under each other's skin, and we'll see how successfully that will go in just a moment. It's going to be Lio Rush on this one off against Andrade. Should be interesting indeed to see how this one goes. A rematch from last week, and here we go between the two of them. Better believe Lio Rush is going to be fired up, the smallest in this one, the lightest of the bunch, but that doesn't bother Lio Rush, not when he's the number 1 contender to the NXT Global Championship. Take a look at that there by Rush. Pop-up dropkick early on. Good stuff from Lio Rush in the early stages. Nice, socked him in the face. Oh, up and over the top rope though goes Lio Rush. Andrade could take control here. And indeed he might. He got him big with that hit. And not even hanging him out there. Just an instant DDT. No way Rush could even prevent that impact there. He just had to live with it. He was essentially a passenger in that one. Rush, they're able to counter out of it, and this is definitely not where Andrade wants to be going. Into the turnbuckle of Juice Robinson. Tag made, and Juice is the legal man now. Look at this between these two. Rush, Hurricanrana, Juice with a powerbomb. And look at Juice Robinson now putting the boots to Andrade ahead of this weekend, ahead of TakeOver Respect. Up and over the top rope now goes Andrade Cien Almas, and Juice is loving it. He has got one over on the man who has run his mouth about how useless Juice is, saying that he was going to make Juice homeless after this. And Juice Robinson has taken extreme offense to that all, and now he's getting his hands on Andrade in ring as well. So definitely not going to be any security coming out to try and stop him. Andrade, though, getting in that counter. We've seen, I think, twice maybe. Now another time he's trying to go to that turnbuckle and get Pete Dunne in this matchup. His wish has finally been granted. And look at this. They're reversing it. The same move that was done on Andrade is done by Dunne. And Andrade on Juice Robinson. Look at that tear on the hair there. No remorse shown there by the Bruiserweight as he's in the ring in this one now. Forearms in the face. Quick shots, quick strikes by Pete Dunne. He is all over the flamboyant Juice Robinson right now, which is exactly what he wants heading into this weekend. And to send his message as well to Lio Rush. Rush is trying to get back in this match. You could see him clamoring for a tag, but Pete Dunne is all over Juice Robinson right now, so such a tag just isn't happening. Irish whipped into the corner goes Juice now. Up on that top rope he goes as well. Pete Dunne could be in a good predicament here. And he's going to look to strike with something big. Are we going to be seeing a superplex? We're going to be seeing a double underhook superplex by Dunne onto Juice. But look at that. Look at the resiliency. Look at the resiliency of Juice. Crawled right over to Rush. Rush in off the tag. And here we go now. Squaring up with his opponent to take over Respect. But Dunne stopped him there with a well-placed shot in the gut. And whiplashing him as well into the ropes. It's amazing how he was able to stop Rush, but it was amazing how Juice was even able to make the tag into Rush off of that move. He looked devastated by it. He looked destroyed by it, but that was almost just a front to get Rush back in this one. Now we've got Andrade and Rush squaring off in the ring here. Look at this. Destino of all things from Andrade to Lio Rush. Cover made. Instant kick out made. Good counter there by Lio Rush again. Super kick right in the gut. Counter though from Andrade. He sees the chance from behind and he goes for it. Great combination there. And now I think it's all about trying to deny the tag back into Juice Robinson. Maybe a case that Andrade is going to make Juice wait for this Sunday to get his hands on him. He faked out there. Looked like he was going for running knees in the corner and he faked out of it and just slapped Lio Rush right in the face. Absolutely no respect showing there, but when would there ever be from Andrade? There's only one person he respects, and that, of course, is himself. In the corner now, Andrade again going to go down. And the double knees right in the face. There wasn't even time for Rush to see that incoming and to stop it. Wait a minute, no way, Andrade, hammerlock DDT on Lio Rush. He covers him, Juice sent out of the ring. Andrade just beat the #1 contender. What? Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Andrade Cien Almas just did that. Wow. That has changed everything ahead of this weekend. Andrade pins Lio Rush, and Dunne is more than happy to celebrate that victory. Juice distraught on the outside. I think Rush was busted open from the hammerlock as well. What a huge, huge win for Andrade Cien Almas. That's for certain, and we're about to... Oh no. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I just received word There is no main event, but there is a fight going on backstage. Oh boy, here we go. The fight is on now. Coren and Bate are squaring off on one backstage. Days, mere days, you can even say hours before takeover. The fight is on, and there is no remorse being shown. There is no surrender being given from either side. The main event is not on, but the fight certainly is backstage. Bate trying to do everything he can right now to fight back against this man. Coren, though, has him in his tracks, and oh my goodness! For the second time tonight, Coren is involved in a huge talking point here on NXT, and he has the champion down right now. No, Bate getting dumped face first into that concrete flooring backstage. This is not good for Bate right now. He needs to get out of this and needs to start fighting back right away. Jesus Christ! The champ is in trouble. You can't be telling me that for another week Coren's going to stand tall. He's got a fire extinguisher now, and he is trying to blind Bate with it before takeover. Bate back up, and yes! Down goes Coren. Down goes Coren. Bate swung for the fences, and he connected. And now Bate's the one with the fire extinguisher in hand. Come on, Bate. Yes, it works, but use it in the right direction, please. Bate now, cracking Coren in the back of the head with it. The fight is on right now between these two men, and it's not going to show any signs of setting down. Security doesn't even want to get involved right now. Imagine what is going to happen when these guys are locked inside Hell in a Cell, when everything involving a steel structure surrounds them. It's going to be out of this world. It is going to be an event that you don't want to miss. And Bate now with the steel chair on Coren, trying to smack the champ in the face, but no, the challenger countered. This is what they're fighting for. Everything is on the line. The title, the bragging rights, the brand of NXT, and ain't no one gonna stop them now, and ain't no one gonna stop them at TakeOver. Neither gives in right now, but who will? Can TakeOver respect? We will find out then, but the fight may keep on going until we get there. We're out of time here on NXT. We gotta go. We'll see you at TakeOver.